Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The trees are dying again. You know it. I know it. The trees know it. They have known it for decades, centuries in some cases. The shiver of cyclic, symbolic death, a rattle in the cold night air, a rustle in the footsteps of a hungry deer.
It is October, and something is different. It is October, and the trees draw the crackling red and orange curtain of the year's final act. It is October, and so listeners, dear listeners, Night Vale Community Radio is proud to announce...
Good morning, Night Vale.
Hey, little babies, it's me, Symphony Sanders.
What's up, tweenagers? It's me, Hal Lublin.
And hello to the geriatrics. It's me, Meg, and we are here for you at any stage of your life and age to talk to you about the hit popular podcast, Welcome to Night Vale. And we are going back episode by episode and talking about it. Today, we are recording this episode, which is episode 175, the October Monologues. It's January 30th in our world. And guys, it's not good. I hope
very bad.
It's
scary.
Yeah.
I hope that the world that this episode comes out in is a better one.
Or exists.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's, hope is free, but
yeah,
so is despair. So,
but hey, we're still here with you. So for right now, at least.
Before we give the episode description, should we just start addressing these podcasts directly to Wally in the hopes that he will find a Zune or something in a pile of future garbage and become a fan?
Wally.
Yeah.
Eva. I hope so. You know what? I hope that these podcasts are, these digital footprints are there for future aliens when they decide to come out of the ocean and overtake us. I really hope they are like, dang, I wish we had annihilated all humans. These guys seemed pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, to all of the apes who have taken over the world, number one, ape together strong. Totally agree. Glad y'all are sticking together. Second of all, enjoy this podcast. This one's for you, Dr. Zayas. It's episode 175, the October Monologues, the original description. It is October, and once again, something is different.
Let's talk about it.
We're doing monologues. Yeah, this is of the style of monologues. So there's the April monologues. There's the December monologues. There's the October. There's the September monologues. There's the
September,
and now the October one. So maybe one day they'll get the full months of the year. And they are always the Faceless Old Woman, Michelle Wynn, and Steve Carlsberg. It's always like a three-hander.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Joseph about the writing of it, and he says usually him and Jeffrey would just split it up, so like each person would take a monologue to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So Joseph and Jeffrey were splitting it for this one, and then on the most recent, the December monologues that just came out in the real Night Vale timeline, the one that just came out in December, that was Bree, Jeffrey, and Joseph each took a character and wrote.
One?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So.
Is it okay to say that I've been recording stuff lately? I don't know when this comes out. I probably should strike that, right?
You can say that you're an actor on the show, Hal. So
yeah, I have been recording stuff recently. It's exciting and fun, and doing the monologue. The monologue the monologues are always so much fun to do.
Yeah. Well, and especially in this one, we get even deeper into these characters, some of our favorite characters, right? In this episode, and honestly, we see a lot of growth, and we see like how their storyline has changed a little bit, and how once you've gotten to know them, you're like more interested in like where they see themselves going. It's almost like not like a 5-year plan, but you can see like the beginnings, like Michelle Wynn, her not caring about being cool anymore, or Steve Carlsberg coming to recognize like all the things that he's known and being accepted for that, and the Faceless Old Woman like actually liking someone. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty nice to see some growth.
Yeah, there's a lot of growth there.
There's a lot that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the writing is just excellent. And the performances obviously are incredible, but yeah.
Absolutely.
This line, I wrote down this line, "I love you the way a deer loves a cornfield." Just thought that was...
It's a really good line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it makes sense, the whole like idea of the like safety and protection. And I mean, I don't know. I thought there was like beautiful symbolism throughout this whole thing. And Hal, you really get to flex your multiple character voice.
Yeah, it was fun to get to do his father, like do a couple of different, like a variety of characters.
Right.
That was really fun to do.
The teacher.
Yeah, teacher, dad.
That was really fun. I don't know. I always think it's so funny because you do that with us, like when we're chatting on the show, and it's just exciting. You know what I mean? Like when you're joshing, when you're doing a bit.
It's like somebody reads your acting resume and all the skills that you have at the bottom that is like, how about you juggle in this? Oh, okay. I mean, it's in there, sure. Show me your driver's license in the scene. Does everybody still put driver's license on their resume for actors?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
And the state that it is issued in.
Oh, maybe that's why I haven't been getting work. I didn't put the state.
Did you mention your equestrian skills?
I say horseback riding for sure. Tumbling and gymnastics, fire eating.
Wow.
I don't do either of those last two things, but I'll figure it out on the job. It's fine.
Yeah, you can learn.
Yeah.
You teach yourself anything.
Yeah. It's easy.
Yeah, there's YouTube. That's what YouTube is for.
Yeah.
You know? As long as you stay one lesson ahead of the kids.
It was weird to listen back to it.
Really?
Just, I couldn't remember which one it was. Like, and then I was like, wait, I think I'm the third one. As I was listening to it.
Yeah, you were the last one.
I was like, oh, I am. And I remember very specifically that it was important to me that what does it mean to be believed was different every time. Like I wanted it to be different. And I listened to it. I was like, they are different. and I wish I don't know. I think it sometimes I want to do it and then go back in time and re-record it and do it again. Not because I think it's bad, but just like, there are other things I would have liked to have tried, but I never know. Like, you just take your shot, kind of. I read it a couple times and then I send it off, always eagerly anticipating direction that will never come.
No.
And then I listen to it later and go, okay, yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Like, I like some of it. Other stuff I would change. I don't know if that's the same for Mara and Kate. I don't know if they go through the same process. I don't know if either do both of you feel that way when you record stuff?
I mean, I feel that way all the time. Anytime I hear my voice again on something, and I'm like, I could have said that differently, or I could have taken a beat there, or that would have been more meaningful had I done this, or like whatever. But then I think to myself, no, it was effective as it was, and if it was totally shit, someone would have said something. No.
Right? Yeah, that's the story we tell ourselves. But it's true. I think it's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I think that I think that for sure someone would tell us if it wasn't right. Like, you guys have met Joseph, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
True.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I don't know, that's like one of the things with a crystallized medium, right? So like when we do theater, you get like a bunch of different chances at it, especially with the Night Vale live touring shows. Like, we do those shows a bunch. The way that we start it on opening night is so much different than the way we close it. We discover so much along the way.
Right.
Oh, night and day.
So yeah, so this is like, there's only, we have a ticking clock on the amount of time we have for discovery. And that is the time we receive the script till the time we need to send it over. So yeah, it's just a different acting muscle.
Absolutely.
And then we have to learn to not be precious about shit.
Yeah. And there's also like the to go along with that idea of not being precious. It's, even if you do a live show 30 times and it's different each time, there's always going to be something you would change. And ultimately you're cursed to know all the choices you would have made, or moments where you feel like you missed something. But for the audience, they're seeing the show just as it's being presented to them, and they may love it and think it's great. Like, they don't suffer from extended knowledge, which is good. That's the way it should be. Like, nobody stops. You don't go see Hamilton and then Lin-Manuel Miranda would stop you in the middle of it and go, back there, I meant to have a moment where I looked around to get a sense of, you don't do that. Just people watch it and go, oh, that was great. I really enjoyed it. I liked A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They don't know that H through Z is something you had in your head that just you feel you didn't deliver on, or you might have done differently. Like, they're happy. People can only judge what they see. It doesn't matter what the intention was.
Yeah. And it was great, Hal. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was all I wanted to hear. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. This has been...
But yeah, I actually super enjoyed that we get Steve Carlsberg being vulnerable occasionally, but it's usually for like a second. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's couched in something that's like humorous, usually, but like, I don't know. I just felt like he was, maybe this is the first time I could hear it. I don't know, but like, living your truth and like knowing the fact that you knew that Cecil didn't like you, because I always assumed that Steve just like was either oblivious to it or just like was that nice of a guy. Like, Toodly Doodly, what's that guy's name from Simpsons?
Flanders. Yeah.
Like a Ned Flanders. He unbothered, like whatever. But like knowing that he knew that Cecil didn't like him, and then he understood because of re-educations, and he couldn't tell the truth because of the government, vague yet menacing government agencies, all this stuff, and that you were kind of a threat to that because of your knowledge, and even finding that out, like when the teacher was like, are you trying to get us killed? Like that whole thing, knowing that he's been living with this burden, I don't know, it's just made him even more of a sympathetic character to me. rather than just like, goofy, sweet Steve Carlsberg, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a loneliness to him, and it comes directly from these things that he knows, and the fact that he doesn't have many people in his life, even the people closest to him, who see the same things or know the same things. So if the veneer of just everything rolling off of his back is a coping mechanism, then that will work until it doesn't work, right? Like, not that he doesn't care about people, or it's just easier to sort of blow past it. That may be part of re-education, but there is sort of a solitude to him, even when he's with other people, that is sad, I think.
Makes sense to me.
The depths. The depths of Steve Carlsberg.
Okie dokie waters run deep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's chat about Michelle Wynn.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good, very funny. I thought that her moments of repetition, like her where she has the hey bit and the no bit, like her customer service interactions, I thought
so
those
good.
were hysterical.
Yeah. You'll never catch me alive.
Yes, it was a nice way to end it too.
What a way to end a scene. Just like, you're out, you dip.
Yeah.
But I like the story behind that. Because we've known her as, I have the most like eclectic, like special choices of music, and to be like the coolest record shop owner type person who's got like the most niche tastes, right? Which makes her cool. And now she's like, that's not as important to me. And that is true. The older you get, you don't like really care about being cool, because that's not like the most important thing, you know? Not that I ever thought about being cool.
Right. But you do care when you're younger.
Right.
Like, there is something like want to fit in or want respect or adoration or something like that.
Yeah.
Cultivate a vibe of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a beauty too, like, as you get older. Not that like everything in your life is set, but you're more comfortable. You've built a community. Like, hopefully you have a better handle on who you are, and other people do too. And it's just sort of, you get in where you fit in. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't need to impress every new group of people that you meet, unless you're an actor, in which case you must be loved and adored and have attention all the time.
That's right. I'm like Tinkerbell. If you don't clap for me, I'll die.
Yeah. And you live in a lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't she live in a lantern?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
And I jingle when I'm mad.
And you jingle.
Like, bink, bink.
The thing that was like heartbreaking to me in Michelle's monologue was the story of Gary Choi's demo tape.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The unrealized potential of, it's crazy. And I did like the idea that the best song, probably the most meaningful song, is a song that never was written. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But that's also so fucking sad. Like, you just keep putting stuff off in your life, or being like, oh, I want to do this, or I have this dream of this thing. I think it's mainly sad because I'm the type of person that's like, just fucking do it. Because, like, when are you going to have the opportunity? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you never know. Like, you miss all the chances that you don't take. I don't know what the saying is.
That's right.
This was 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right. Sports. So I'm very carpe the diem. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I be carpe in that diem.
Yeah.
I carpe the shit out of that diem.
It's hard though because you're creative.
Yeah.
And you work in the arts. There's a whole group of people where that's like their secret dream. And just him buying the tape was a big deal. Like, oh, I got the tape. Now I have to do it, because if I get the tape, then I'll do it. And it just doesn't always materialize that way.
Right.
And that is It's even sadder when you do anything remotely creative, where you're doing something that you're passionate about, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be arts, can be veterinary science or being an actuary, like whatever it is, that could be exciting to you and something you're passionate about. But
I hope actuaries are passionate because they take a lot of tests.
Right? You have to be into that. Or you just like the money.
Right.
Either way, I'm happy for you if you're an actuary.
I hope everybody who does whatever they do is really happy about it. It makes me sad when people just do it unpassionate.
But something that will always make me weep is seeing people do something that they're passionate about. Like if I see somebody clearly doing something that they love, that makes them happy, and like they're doing it, whatever that is, that gets me every time. I cried at a YouTube year in review video because everybody in it looked so happy. Like, oh, they're all living their dreams. I don't know. It just got me because
it's touching.
My dream is to be able to live my dream every single day.
Yeah.
And it's sad to think of people who can't, but really like incredible to see people who are. It's just, it gives me hope for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we also have the faceless old woman who lives in your house, and Mara really creeps it up for us with her smooth ass voice. I like her. What's that guy's name? Craig?
Caleb?
Okay, wait. Caleb, yes.
I don't know why I thought it was Craig.
I thought it was Craig too. I'm going to the script. Go to the script. It is Caleb.
I think that name, those names are like similar to me in a way. Like they're obscure enough. Like I don't know anybody named Craig. That's not true. I know one guy named Craig, but I know him peripherally.
You only know a peripheral.
I don't know anybody named.
You have a peripheral Craig in your life.
Yeah, but I don't know anybody named Caleb. Do you?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it's not as rare as I thought. But Caleb can see her, which is wild, or perceive her. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which no one really has been able to do before, which is kind of cool. And I think, she really likes it. And she likes him, but she doesn't want to be, it's hard to be vulnerable because she's been hurt.
Yeah. You can't let that guard down, let those walls down. You cannot. That's
rough. That's a rough, tough existence to have to live with your walls up and be afraid of opening up to a person. I almost said another person, but she's not quite people
not anymore.
Jinx. But yeah, it's wild. I don't know. This was the closest that we've seen her in show care for someone.
Right. Yeah, there's sort of a, not passive, she's an active observer, but she's an observer.
Yeah.
She's not, but also nobody can see her. So somebody being able to see you, that creates an instant bond, right?
Yeah.
And there's something to that.
But she's also not passive all the time. Like she said she was going to mess with the boss, the mean boss.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's not a passive. She's an active observer. But it's not because she has stake in anything. And there is something to she's being seen. Steve is being believed. Michelle is freeing herself from the need to be cool. Like how people see her. There's a lot of perception in this. Other people's perceptions of each of the characters.
Right. They're being kind of shattered.
From being able to be perceived at all to not caring what people perceive. That's an interesting, just for the first two, just comparing those is interesting.
Yeah.
They're out here. They're writing stuff. I was like, do the monologues connect from month to month? And Joseph was like, no, they don't. But they connect with the story of what's happening in Night Vale right now. Although this one, not so much. This one really is sort of a proper one-off.
Yeah.
It's not very much in the game.
Yeah, I feel like the new one is much more connected.
Yeah. So got that to look forward to, future audience.
Yeah. You probably already heard some of it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
before we talk about the weather, do you want to talk about Harrisburg?
I do. I wanna hear about this place where you had, was it breakfast or lunch for $5?
Oh yeah, $5.
It was breakfast. Okay, so
Okay.
for those of you who don't know, which is everybody except for the three of us, I was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania recently for my father was being inaugurated as the president of the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors.
Hell yeah.
And of course, it's at the state capitol in Harrisburg. It was at the Harrisburg Hilton. And it was really fun, and I got to see him give a speech, but I was also hungry. I had plenty of time to myself. The event was like from 5:45 to 10 o'clock one night. So I was looking for breakfast on Monday, which is when the event was. And I looked and I found a place called the Keystone Restaurant, which is on North 3rd Street in Harrisburg. Any of you Harrisburgians might know it. So I walked over. It was like maybe half a mile from the hotel. And it looked like a luncheonette. It just looked like the kind of place like local people go and nobody else. So that's where I wanted to go. And I went and they had for $4.95, 2 eggs, any style, buttered toast with jelly, and potatoes. No meat. I did not get meat. I'm not a scrapple person. I don't really care for scrapple.
Okay.
I do. I mean, I'm not making it at home. I don't have it at home. But if I went in Harrisburg, I might get a scrapple.
Why not? I get it. It's not for me, but it is for others. I thought about doing it, and I was like, I don't know if I want that. And it was so good that even though I was flying the next day and I had to be to the airport by 11, I set my alarm to wake up early so I could get there close to when it opened, just to have the meal again.
Wow.
What was your style of egg? What was your egg style?
Over easy.
Okay.
Because then you can salt, a little pepper. You break up the yolk and you sort of chop everything up, and then you use the toast.
Yes.
You can either dip it, you can put some on top of it, and then you have that. But I figured out a way to use, like, the first time I used one, because they cut it diagonally, the toast. I used basically one entire piece of bread to do everything. This time I used just one of the halves so that I could put jelly on the rest and eat that.
Yeah, you gotta have a little treat for yourself there.
Yeah. It was so good. The potatoes were great. It was hash browns, but the kind where they're sliced like little potato coins.
Okay.
And it's like some crispy, some soft. Oh, it was just great.
What beverage did you have with that?
Oh, yeah.
What was your beverage?
Straight up water.
You just water. Yeah, just little
give me
cold
the
water.
Yeah, just cold water. And it was great. It was the best thing I ate. And I went to a very nice catered dinner where they had cacio e pepe. And they had a giant wheel, like a cheese wheel, and they were using a torch to heat it up and mix
yeah.
It was like a shells. It wasn't proper like spaghetti, but they were mixing it up in there. And that was very good. That food was very good. But nothing touched that breakfast that I had at the Keystone Restaurant in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Diner breakfast just hits.
It's different.
Like little luncheonette, lunch counter. It just hits.
Yes.
Especially when you're like traveling, you're like a little weary. You're like, there's a hominess to it that you need sometimes.
A stick to your ribs sort of situation.
Yes.
One of the last times I was in Jersey, I was at my dad's George Harrison cover band show, and so we went a little hard at the bar there. And so the next morning, and I was jet lagged too. So the next morning I woke up and it was just like feeling kind of harsh. We went to a luncheonette. I had Taylor ham, egg and cheese on a bagel at the luncheonette. The bagel was from the bagel place down the street, which I asked first because I was like, I'm not going to be ordering a Cisco bagel in New Jersey, in North Jersey. So I was like, what bagel are you using? And they were like, the one from Bagel Witch. And I was like, okay. So cup of coffee, Taylor ham, egg and cheese on a bagel, a little salt, pepper, ketchup. Just like in a luncheonette where there's like people coming in, everyone knows each other. There's like a counter situation. Like it's just a little bit of home.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love that. It's magical. It is like I my romantic idea everywhere I go is like that little place that's not the hot spot that it's got to line out the door, that might be in a strip mall, is the best version of whatever food they're serving. And it's very rarely true, but it's true enough to keep that dream alive wherever I go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, during the fires when we evacuated to Ventura, and we went to this little place in the strip mall called Eggs and Things twice. Joseph grew up with this, so he like would go all the time to the one in his town. But we went, it was just like, we needed it. We needed the Eggs and Things, like I needed.
What kind of things did you get?
What did I get? First day I got a salad just because I was like, I need to eat a vegetable, which is not the order you get at Eggs and Things. And then the second time we went, I got a turkey club wrap with fries.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds real good. The last time I went to a diner was after the club. Because I go to this like queer like monthly like dance rave thing that my friend is a DJ at, and you know it goes till like really late, but I usually leave about like 2 or so. Once I've closed my rings for the day, I'm like dancing around. If you don't know, I'm leashed to my Apple Watch. So, and I'm here for the data. So when I'm at the club dancing or dancing for whatever, it's so that I'm closing my rings, guys. Trying to get her done. And then afterwards, I want to go to the Golden Nugget or the Golden Apple.
Yeah.
And get, I usually get some sort of skillet, like the corned beef hash skillet with over easy eggs. Or over medium, depending on how gooey I'm feeling that day. And if they're like, sometimes over easy, they don't be finishing the whites enough for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get a soupy white, I hate that. A snotty white.
Snotty white.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then we get a waffle for the table.
Mm-hmm. It's a great order.
I was going to say, if you go to Golden Nugget, you got to get pancakes or something, right? Their pancakes are so good.
Well, it depends. If they have like specialty pancakes, we'll usually do that. But sometimes the waffle hits because of the crisp, like they're, you know, the crunch, and then you get the soft from like, this is no Hampton Inn waffle.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good,
and
it's
not spongy.
No, it's fluffy and like crisp and then delicious on the inside. And then you put the butter in every little square. Got to make sure there's
you do.
Some of that.
And syrup in every square?
Yeah. It's the mixture.
Yeah, that's
you want a slurry of butter and scissor. And that's the only way.
It's the only way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. Mando. Anyway. Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. Y'all, there's no weather. What's the actual weather right now? Here, currently in Chicago, it is high of 30. It was a high of 45 degrees today. You guys.
Oh, wow.
I know. I had my coat open. But currently it's 37 degrees. What's it like there?
It's currently 47
Okay.
here.
Oh. I have 46.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Off
So
a high of 51. Was your high 52?
We had a high of 58 today.
Wow.
Okay.
That's some spread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow we have a high of 64. I mean, the real weather that us Angelinos are concerned about right now is air quality.
Yeah.
So.
And you can't measure. What's your air quality? What's your AQI right now?
What's my, let me pull up my little AQI. I mean, it's good inside my house because my purifier is running, but.
Same.
Okay. A 71. So not great.
It's not good.
Not great.
We got a 49, which is good, but it's on the precipice of being moderate. However, as we are learning, living in Los Angeles for the last month, you've learned a lot about how firefighting works, especially if you freak out and pay the premium for watch duty, which I have. So I can now see fires pretty much all over the U.S., including like prescribed burns and controlled burns, which is fascinating.
That's cool. Yeah.
But also you learn that AQI tells you nothing about asbestos or other things released from burning structures into the air. So it could say, you could have like a 23 and it doesn't mean that there aren't harmful things in the sky.
So it's better when it's lower.
Yeah, you want a
Yes.
low AQI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to look
You want a low
at
AQI.
at what comprises that score, what's causing it to be higher if it's higher. Because it might not always be particulates under, was it P2.5, PM 2.5?
2.5. Yeah.
You don't want that, the really tiny particulate matter. That's what you are concerned about. You don't want that to comprise. You don't want that to be too high.
You don't want to breathe that shit in.
Mm-mm. You don't want to breathe that shit in.
Yep. Yeah. The other day, Iris was like, what happened to the buildings? Where did they go? And I was like, it's a great question, babe. You're breathing them in.
The buildings live inside you.
I did not say that to her.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, well...
Farm upstate, where all the buildings go and play.
It's like, just kind of like, well... Like trying to explain, like, ash and combustion to a 3.5-year-old, but...
Oh. Burnt up, baby.
So, anyway, that's the weather, guys.
Yeah.
I hope that the weather's good where you are. All right, into the fan zone we go. You know where the weather's always good? Inside of a calzone.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
First up, we hear from Mandy. Mandy writes, good morning, Tri-Host. In December, I caught up on WTNV and then dove back into GMNV. And then the January break hit. I found a Spotify playlist that was all of Welcome to Night Vale and Good Morning Night Vale in the order they should be listened to, except I move episode 49 to recap after 47 and 48. Wink. I dove in and I'm really enjoying listening to old school Night Vale with y'all's OG beginnings. I just finished listening to Good Morning, A Carnival Comes to Town, which was released January 23rd, 2020. And near the end, my stomach sank as you were excitedly talking about the Night Vale tour and a book tour that were not to be. This really hit this morning. Last month, I was listening to y'all talk about episodes of Welcome to Night Vale that were released during lockdown. And now I am about to hit the Good Morning Night Vale episodes written during that same time period. Shit's about to get heavy and I'm not ready for it. Thank you for being your gloriously goofy, infinitely entertaining, authentic selves on the show. I love Night Vale. I love the tangents that you explore, and the Night Vale verse is one of the few I consistently come back to time and time again. Mandy. Mandy, thank you so much for writing it. And what a cool Spotify playlist thing that exists that has us all together. I love that. I gotta find that.
Really
share
cool.
that with the peoples. Yeah, this episode was October of 2020, the October Monologues that it came out. So it's I don't know. Yeah, I think there's some introspection that we're seeing in this episode. I think we're also seeing like a lot of craft going into the stuff, these episodes that are happening during the 2020 years, because there's a pretty good amount of focus. Not to say that the other episodes are, not focused or whatever, but I think that there was a really much time and care that was put into these episodes just because we had so much time to do that.
Yeah.
So not necessarily a bad thing, a pandemic episode, a series of episodes. Sometimes it makes for good podcasting.
Yeah, that's wild. I love that. Thanks, Mandy. Up next, Daisy writes, "Hello there. My name is Daisy Cooper." First of all, that's a really cool name. You sound like a character. I don't know what show you would be in, but Daisy Cooper, I like you. And I super apologize if I've sent this to the wrong email address. You didn't. I know you guys are constantly backlogged. I just wasn't sure where the specific mail would go. Night Vale has been a very comforting show for me for a very long time, and I've just finally listened to the first episode of Good Morning Night Vale. I really wanted to write down my thoughts and maybe share them with you. First thoughts. I loved hearing that Night Vale has been a passion project as much as I'd always hoped it was. Hearing some of the team's perspectives from early on and with the lens of history has been so cool, and I'm excited to catch up on old episodes. Second thought, I knew you re-recorded the credits to every episode years back when I decided I wanted to catch up on the show again, and I was so mad when you didn't do the email line with comments, questions, just want to say hi, because it had stuck in my brain for years, tone and all, but also made me smile. Hearing that change confirmed in the first episode was such a funny feeling for me, like the punchline to a joke and the end of a cycle. That's why I'm writing now. That said, I totally understand why you re-recorded all the credits, which is why I really hope I've sent this where it ought to go. Final thoughts. Thank you for making this show for however long you have and continue to do so. I thought it sounded like for however long you have, like we're going to die, but that's not what they meant.
What do you know?
Well, we are.
Tell us.
Tell us, Daisy Cooper. Joseph These and More Than These has always been one of my favorite weathers, and I'm delighted to learn that there's more Fink music out there, LOL. Happy holidays to all. I hope they're peaceful and bring you joy. Eat something delicious before bed, Daisy. Daisy, you know we always eat something delicious. I just can't eat too close to bed because I'll get heartburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing I'm going to eat before bed is a Tums,
dangerous.
girl. And then just because Daisy, just wanted to, for you, comments, questions, just want to say hi. That's for you. Okay.
You need to start a cameo that's just, hi.
Today's proverb.
I understand
Today's
it's your bar
proverb.
mitzvah. Your Uncle David wanted me to tell you that congratulations on becoming a man, and questions, comments. Just want to say hi.
Just want to say hi.
That'd be amazing.
I love doing cameos.
Beautiful.
They're so fun.
Yeah. I've enjoyed doing them too.
Because it's usually like a weird request, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
Send a picture of your feet. Wait, what?
No,
is
not
this?
that.
It's supposed to be a birthday greeting.
You just like flash the video down to your foot.
It's just a foot going, congratulations for finishing high school.
Congratulations, Jamie.
You did it. What a huge step in your life.
Step.
Hope you can toe the line in life. Salem writes, hello, all of you beautiful people. I hope you are all well. I've been a fan of Welcome to Night Vale since 2019. Everyone in this community is so talented, and it truly feels like one big crazy family in the best way possible. My favorite character is definitely Kevin and Cecil and Steve. The way Steve is a family man who just wants this town to be okay and just wants to be closer to Cecil, and all the tragic things with Kevin, and how a lot of people relate to Kevin and Cecil's character. One of my headcanons is that Huntakar is Cecil's true mom, and the mother Cecil mentions isn't real, and she's like some sort of being made by Huntakar, and that is why she was so distant with Steve and Abby. And that Cecil has constellations floating around him all the time, and that Steve covers his eyes with his hair, which is very cute. Oh, if only I could. I mean, he's different than me. It's also for Hal. I watched a video of you on YouTube doing a cover of the Beatles' For No One, and it moved me so much. I listen to it all the time. You all have such talented singing voices. I wonder if we could ever get a Welcome to Night Vale musical episode. Imagining Cecil and Kevin doing a duet of a song makes me laugh, or everyone doing a town music number. I'll pause it here just to tell you that song, which was in 2009 at M-Bar, it was after a Thrilling Adventure Hour show, Common Rotation would play after us, and there would always be one cast member would go and do a song with them, and that was a song I did for my mother, who was a huge Beatles fan, and she had passed, I want to say she had passed like 5 months earlier. So that song was for her, so I'm glad that you enjoyed it, so thank you for that. As for this episode, Radio Jupiter, Radio Jupiter putting herself in hibernation kind of reminds me of all the conspiracy theories. Ha ha ha, totally just a theory, wink wink, that rich people have hibernation pods and rocket ships, so when the big bad happens, they all get on their ships and leave us all to rot. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Probably. Radio Jupiter reminds me of the movie The Martian or Interstellar, being trapped in space, trying not to go crazy. All you have are your thoughts and items you brought along the way. The way she woke up somewhere in Jupiter's orbit with no memories is terrifying. Space is a terrifying but beautiful thing. The way there's over countless planets and solar systems, and we only have one lifetime, if reincarnation isn't a thing, to see and feel the presence of space and the stars. How all our ancestors stared at the same moon as we do now. How they had dreams, cried and danced and loved. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, especially with the things happening in these Is This Night Vale or Is This Real Life times. And good morning, evening, and night to all of you. Blessings to you all. Well, blessings to you, Salem, and thank you for writing in. And you're right, space is scary and beautiful at the same time, and I love The Martian. I watch it several times a year. And not only thank you to Salem, not only thank you to Daisy and Mandy, but thank you to everybody who listens to the show and who supports us. We're out of here for now, but our next episode will be The Autumn Spectre. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to share your monologue with us. This show is powered by our patrons, like Lydia Bashwiner, Matthew with 2 T's, and the first T is silent, Mimi, Molly Gaines, and Nathaniel Philippin. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Calzone ingredient of the week is Caleb's Cacio e Pepe. That sounds good, actually.